Hi and welcome to another Freedom Friday. It's Friday the 10th of July this time, and I've been watching the week's events unfold, from the World Cup shenanigans with Trump trying to step in and change things, all the way through to Farage gaming the election system by resigning and thinking he can get in place immediately. Well, we've got plans for that, but I've realised that I've just had enough. I've had enough of all sorts of things, and I wonder if you've had enough of this, so it's time to make some changes. So what have I had enough of? Well, I've had enough of all the hyperbole. Lovely hot weather here, and all we can hear about is danger to life with strenuous activities. We spend millions going abroad to find summer sunshine like this all the time, and yet all the hyperbole from the journalists, who should be ashamed of themselves, by the way, they're supposed to have a vocabulary, then come back at us saying it's a danger, it's this, it's that. Garbage. We should be enjoying this, having the children in the paddling pools, getting out into nature, enjoying the beaches, walks, etc., and getting some good vitamin D inside us. Seriously, does no one remember 1976? Enough. Enough of politicians doing it for themselves and not for the people who they represent, who they should represent. They are so self-serving that they don't represent real people like you and me. Enough. Enough of their cosy cartel and their ability to game the system at the expense of real people. Enough of wars. They simply make money from both sides being played by the same people. And look how long things last. If I remember rightly, it costs £37 billion to solve world hunger. How much do you think we spend on wars across the world every single year? I've had enough. Enough of not being able to have an opinion and express it. What happened to honest debate and agreeing with your mates that you disagree? Enough. Enough of cuckoo societies. If you choose to live in the UK, then you come to enjoy the UK, the British culture. You don't bring your own culture across and elbow out the British culture. You should integrate. Enough of division. Tolerance and integration should be the watchwords for the future, instead of people peddling division and hatred at any touch and turn. Clearly, they've got their own agenda. Enough of a patently wrong justice system. I'm not going to call it two-tier. The justice system right the way across the board is wrong. Common law basis, just do no harm to other people and other people's properties, should be easy to manage, and the judiciary should be able to manage that. It's got so complicated and wrong. Again, this is because of an agenda. And I've had enough. Enough of rewriting history and for paying for it. You look at any country's history whatsoever and you will find both good and bad. We should just leave it in the past where it belongs and make our own future history. What have you had enough of? Tell us. Enough. Enough of freedom-killing laws, where laws that really should change remain on the statute about rapists and paedophiles. Enough. Enough of social media. It's ruined society. It should be called anti-social media, really. However, there should still be a choice to use it if you want to, and we shouldn't be banning under 16-year-olds simply because we can't control it properly. Enough. Enough of daft ideologies like net zero. Just get the good renewables there. Forget about the polluting wind turbines which can't be recycled, or China-made solar panels. Let's get some real brains behind it and get the right renewables in place. Enough. Enough of propaganda. If the truth isn't good enough to report, then we should be going out and making our own good news and reporting it ourselves. Enough. Back to the World Cup. Enough of football players costing £100 million. How ridiculous is that? Not even Messi is worth that. Enough. Enough of charity CEOs earning six figures. If you're working for a charity, you should be volunteering. Maybe you get expenses, maybe you get a minimum wage, but there's no way that we haven't got good enough people to be CEOs of these charities. It's just a money-making scheme for them. Enough. Enough of biases of any sort. The best person for a job is the best person, regardless of where they come from, how they look. Enough of not knowing there are introverts and extroverts in the world. Schools should know this, and schools should accommodate this so that everybody feels valued in society by the time they leave their education. Enough. Enough of calling children kids. Kids are the offspring of goats. And enough of having a day for everything, like National Bacon Butty Day. We should be tolerant of all people. We should be tolerant of all attitudes, as long as they fit within the fabric of our civic society and the laws. But we don't need a month of being told about sexual orientation. We should simply be tolerant of it. There's just a few of my things that I've had enough of. I wonder what you have had enough of, and I would love to hear from you about that, because together we can go and make a change, whether you just simply support Freedom Alliance or whether you choose to stand for Freedom Alliance in your local constituency, your local council. Let's see what happens with Farage and Clacton-on-Sea. Watch this space. Thank you.